Welcome to CardPointe. This video is designed for prompt users that are utilizing the CardPointe platform in conjunction with their EMR. There's some specific functionality that you're going to be doing in the CardPointe platform. The first is going to be voids and refunds. This is accessible through the reporting tab. You can simply search for the transaction by using the date range and some other search criteria to narrow down the transaction you're looking for. And then once you do choose that transaction, you've got the option to void if it's the same day, or you can refund if the transaction is up to a year, and you can do partial refund simply by changing the dollar amount. Now, so voids are the same way. Basically, you just search for the transaction and the void option will be there instead of the refund. There's also some really valuable reporting here in the CardPointe platform. This funding detail report is going to show you exactly what we're depositing into your checking account on any given day. If you choose the funding event date, you're going to get a list of all transactions that made up that specific funding event. So there's never a discrepancy between what you were expecting from prompt and what was deposited in your checking account. If you look at this funding detail report, it'll show you exactly what that issue would be. This is also where you come to get your merchant statements at the end of the month to review your merchant processing fees as well as your volume. In the CardPointe virtual terminal, this is where you're going to come to do any virtual credit cards you receive from insurance providers. You can do that by simply typing the credit card number in, the expiration, name on the card, and the dollar amount of the transaction. Any transactions you process here are included in that day's batch activity for next day funding. Please keep in mind that both the payments you receive through the virtual terminal, as well as voids and refunds, are not being communicated back to prompt. So you want to make sure that you go to the patient account and you adjust the patient's balance to reflect either the voids, refunds, or any virtual payments you receive from insurance providers. Now, also in the virtual terminal is some functionality that's going to help you manage your cards on file. Since prompt nor yourself or the CR have access to cardholder data, that's all being stored on our server. If you ever have a patient that does not want to have their card stored any longer, you simply come here to search for the card number using the last 4 digits of the credit card. You choose that customer profile and you can delete them right here. Deleting them from here will also delete them from the drop-down menu in prompt, since prompt's just accessing this database in real time. Just as a side note, you may want to wait 24 hours if you delete a patient's profile. If it's still showing up in prompt, just wait for 24 hours and that should clear up. There's an additional feature here that I want to just cover really quickly. It's called billing plans. This is something that allows you to set up a recurring payment plan for a current customer. You can simply search for the card on file, or you can type in a new credit card number. You can choose the frequency of the billing and the number of payments you'd like to collect. Let's, for example, our case, we're going to use three payments, or I should say 3 installments of $150 each. It automatically updates the payment schedule and will process that payment on these given dates and deposit in your checking account the next business day. And then you're able to manage that here through the billing plan scheduled payments section. Now, please keep in mind that anything you do here in CardPointe does not transfer back to prompt. So the billing plans, if you do set up payment plans for your patients, you will need to make sure you remember to manually post those into prompt. One last thing about reporting, you are able to sort transactions based on how they're processed. The API tells you which transactions came through prompt, since prompt is running through our API. The CardPointe billing is the part that I just showed you, which is the recurring payments. If you're using that, you can sort transactions based on that front end. The virtual terminal, this is going to be any transaction that you manually enter right here in the CardPointe virtual terminal. This will give you mostly your virtual credit cards you're receiving from insurance providers. Now, a couple last things from an administrative perspective, you are able to add as many users to this backend that you need to. It is recommended that each person that needs to have access to the CardPointe backend does get access, has their own unique username and password. Your CardPointe account was set up originally with one owner, I should say, who was a signer for the account, and they created the first user ID. So if you're looking to have a user ID set up, please forward these instructions to the person that signed the merchant application, and they'd be able to add you as a user. But the user functionality is really easy. There's standard users, which let you pick and choose the functionality for that individual user. Then you also have admin users, which grant that user access to the entire platform. That would include adding and removing users. Lastly, support is built in with a ticketing system that allows you to communicate directly with the support team on any particular issue. You also have 24-hour-a-day customer service tech support. And our role here at CardPointe, Card Connect, is to be permanent members of your support team. So if you ever have any challenges, please send an email to support@gocardconnect.com, and we'll be happy to address any issues you're having. Thanks again. Thanks for watching, and let us know if we can improve anywhere here. Thank you.